I got here ready to let's make an impact, let's do something, I want to be the missionary that did something. Good morning, everybody. I am going a little bit out of my element today. Just spending time with God here, just expressing some thoughts to Him and talking with Him through some stuff. And I kind of feel like He was telling me to go grab my camera and start vlogging, so here we are. I feel like this isn't really the enthusiastic start to a vlog that you're supposed to have. I've been thinking about a word that God gave me 2 years ago. This week, I was in a meeting where we were processing and the guy that was leading us through it, he was talking about the fact that a lot of times God gives us words that really we're not ready to receive, we're not ready for them to take seed in our lives for 2 years. Just the idea that God sometimes speaks stuff to us that we're not even ready to receive, and that sometimes we take those things and we run after them and we go and we try and make them happen, sow into them, get them going. And the reality is that we're not even ready to. The starting point after you receive that word is actually just to pray and to wait on God to do that work. And it got me thinking about a significant word that I got 2 years ago. And that's where we're headed today. But I'm not done having my quiet time yet, so let me do that first, because I think that's kind of important. All right. I got this journal when we moved here. It was a part of our DTS, and I haven't finished using it yet, so I just keep using it. It's kind of my living in Norway journal. When God spoke this word to me 2 years ago, I got really excited about it, and He did something in my heart. I knew it was Him speaking, and I didn't fully understand it, and then I think I understand it more now. Funny enough, I actually vlogged about this already. And this morning I was checking out the vlog from 2 years ago. I posted the vlog on the 9th of October. Here's the vlog from 2 years ago. Good morning, everybody. With a crazy schedule we've had for GTS. This was 2 days. I filmed this 2 days after God gave me that word. I know you guys skipped through my videos. I hiked over to this hill 2 days ago. Constantly asking myself the question, should I go get my camera and film this beauty, or should I sit with the Lord and enjoy the beauty? Anyway, you get the idea. As I'm standing there on this hill that God had taken me to, I realized that the field, which had not been plowed yet, was in that moment the first row was being plowed, and that the guy who was plowing it was coming directly, the tractor was coming directly towards me. And he plowed a row right in front of me, and I just stood there and watched this plow cut through the soil. And the Lord began to speak to me and said, I'm going to plow you like this field. I'm going to cut through the soil, and I'm preparing you for future sowing. I'm reading this out of my journal. This is a bit weird for me because God told me that He wanted me to make this video with Him. So I'm actually spending time with Him while making it on my rest day. And I'm a little bit out of my element. I don't really know how to do this, and I'm just sort of following Him. And there's such a big story here, and it's almost 5 or 6 vlogs, and I don't know which part of the story I'm telling today. Start with the word from 2 years ago, the word about being plowed, and then the vlog. You guys saw that. That hill that I'm talking about in the video is a hill that I see every day. It's right outside my window between here and the Dosa, that lake we were walking towards. And I don't know if you probably can't see it at all, actually. If I get my other one. Last time I vlogged this story, I had my kids with me. I had one kid on my shoulders and one kid on a pouch. It's so much easier to film when you have no kids. Look at these carrots out here. This carrot field is still full of carrots. Look at this. Carrots in the ground. See the hill we're going for over there? Here I am on top of the hill. Doesn't look like a hill when you're on top of it. There's Grimrud over there, where we live. So I was standing here on this hill
and this tractor just plowed a row right in front of me. And I was convinced that what he was saying was, you're here, you're in Norway, and you're plowed now, and I'm about to plant the seeds. I'm about to start to sow into you the thing that I have for you, the thing that I have in the future for you. And I was pumped. I was like, yes, we're here to do missions. We're here to be sown, to be used by God. And I'm just realizing now, looking back at the last 2 years, there has been fruit. Don't get me wrong, God's gracious in the midst of it. But this hasn't been a 2-year season in missions of bearing fruit. It's been a 2-year season of being plowed, actually. And when God spoke that word to me and said, I'm going to plow you, he wasn't saying, I have plowed you. He's saying, I am going to plow you. And I didn't realize it in that moment. I think I did, but I didn't really realize it in that moment, that I was in deep need of some serious plowing. And I wanted to be the missionary that did something. I wanted to be the missionary that accomplished something for God's name. I wanted to be the missionary that I heard the stories about. And that's the visa we could get was 4 years. And so I thought, all right, we're here for 4 years. What can I do? What can I accomplish in 4 years? How can I make this worth God's time? How can I make this worth all the people's money who sent us? And I got here ready to let's make an impact. Let's do something. I want to be the missionary that did something. And the reality is that this year, God has been doing that plowing. It's been sharp blades cutting the soil, turning what was deep and buried up and exposed. And I'm super thankful. It's such a good process. I've been asking God for it, and he's doing it. It's so good. It's so needed, but it's not easy, and it's not fun. But what's exciting is that word was about the future seeds that he was going to sow, and realizing my timeline was just too short. And I just thought that these years in Norway were about the fruit, about the sowing, when they were really just about the plowing. It's a big story for me to tell. I'm trying to figure out, how do I narrow this down? This is going to be a vlog where I talk a lot. Isn't that all your vlogs, Phil? I'm walking on this soil, and it's just so soft and malleable, and I just feel like that's the space in my heart now. After 2 years of God plowing me, I finally feel ready to receive seed. So, the story, I showed you the story about the being plowed that happened October 6th, 2017. Now, just curious, testing out that whole 2-year strategy, I decided to go and see what happened on October 6th, 2019, just a few weeks ago. There's a lot here. Digging up carrots, don't become focused on maximum output. That kind of connects a little bit. I got the carrot. I didn't see that until now. But I'm reading down this list just thinking, I wonder if there's a word in here that could relate back to that word. And I get this word right here. It says, breakthrough has happened, the field has been plowed, but you must grieve and let go. And I read that and I was just like, whoa. The field has been plowed. I don't feel like I know what's ahead, but I do feel plowed, and I do feel like breakthrough has happened. And I'm no longer connected to this, I want to be the missionary that did something. Now I realize I want to be the missionary that walked with God. I'm excited. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know where this is going to go, but I'm excited. Stick around if you want to follow along with us on this journey. I'm going to link that video here from 2 years ago. Check it out, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, you know, in these videos. Do I say like, I don't know.